Hey there, welcome. I'm Jenna and this is my very first video. So I thought I would kick things off by doing something really nice and easy and laid back, and I figured what is more laid back than a get ready with me. So that's what we're doing today. So I've already applied all of my skincare. I think I'm going to use the Designer Brands Cosmetics. This is the Gold Elixir Priming Potion. I thought that for this get ready with me, I would make it a get to know me get ready with me, because you obviously don't know who I am unless you know me in real life. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity for me to just let you know a little bit about me. So my name is Jenna. I have already told you that. I am currently 32 years old. I do turn 33 this year. I'm just using the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation. This is in the shade Ivory L2. It is a little bit on the cool tone for me, but it'll be fine once I use bronzer and get everything else on my face. I'm a wife. I've been married for 4 years, but my husband and I have been together for, I think we've been together for like 10 years, so real long time. We also have a daughter. She is coming up to 2 years at the end of this year. I am a veterinary nurse. I have been vet nursing for technically I've been nursing for 10 years, but I've been in the industry for 11 years. So I was working full-time for the 9 years, took a year off, and now I've been back working for another year part-time. So I'm only doing a few days a week. So I'm going to use the Flower Light Illusion Concealer as well. I was planning on using a different one, but I changed my mind. Okay, so the reason I made my YouTube channel is because, well, A, I love makeup, and B, there's not a whole lot of people in my real life that love it as much as I do. So I didn't really have an outlet for it, and anybody who is obsessed with makeup as I am knows the look that people give you when you start to talk about it. You can almost just see them just completely zoning out, their eyes kind of glaze over and they just go, yeah, okay, yeah. And I was getting upset that that was happening, because obviously this is something that I really, really love, but other people really couldn't care that much about it. So, and I'd wanted to do my YouTube channel for a long time. Like, it's been years that the thoughts have been in the back of my head, but I never decided to do it. And then I went on maternity leave, and that's kind of when YouTube, like watching YouTube, almost became an obsession for me, because I couldn't really do anything else. I was enormous and uncomfortable, so I would spend a lot of my time on the couch just watching YouTube. And that was the point where the thought had really come to the forefront of my mind, and I was like, I really would like to do this. But of course I was like heavily pregnant by that point, and it wasn't going to happen. And then of course I had my daughter. I had the year off, but there wasn't any way that I could do it then, because she had been diagnosed with reflux. And anybody who has or has had a reflux child knows just how difficult it is. I wasn't in the right mindset. My priorities were of course elsewhere, so it just didn't happen then either. But now that she's almost 2, it's kind of gotten to the point where I should be putting makeup on. It's gotten to the stage, or I've gotten to that stage where I'm obviously able to do. I'm back at work now, which was amazing for my mental health, and I've finally gotten myself into the right mindset to actually be able to do it. So here we are. Now I'm going to just set my face with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. So that's why I decided that I would do my channel now. I'm not a makeup artist, by the way. I probably should have said that earlier, but I forgot about it. And you probably know by this point I'm not, I don't apply my makeup like a makeup artist. But anyway, so yeah, I wanted to do YouTube for a while. It just was never really the right time, but I feel like now it is. Yeah, so my videos are going to be beauty related, predominantly makeup and predominantly affordable makeup, but I will showcase other things as well. So if I've got a skincare item that I really like, or you know, other beauty items, whatever, I will of course share those. And if I do have any high-end products or more expensive products that I really like, that I think are worth the money, then I'll share those as well. But it's mainly going to be affordable, because that's all I can afford really, and that's what a majority of other people can afford, especially now. So that is basically what my channel is going to be about. Of course, if you have any recommendations of things that, like videos you want to see, leave them down in the comments. I'm always open to ideas. I've already recorded a declutter, and I am planning on recording another video soon as well. But yeah, this one I just wanted to be something easy. You'd think it would be really easy to figure out what your first video is going to be, but I'm an overthinker, and I have recorded about 10 or 11 videos, and I keep deleting them. Basically, I just don't like how they've turned out, and I keep deleting them. But I have said to myself, this video is going up, because I'm just procrastinating because I'm scared. And I'm not doing that anymore. Okay, what else can I talk about? I have one animal. Surprisingly, being a vet nurse, we usually have a million, but I only have one. I have a Cavalier King Charles named Ella. She is 12 years old, so she is getting on in age a little bit, but she's still relatively healthy considering all of the health issues that Cavaliers themselves have. She's going okay. She's not too bad. She has got a heart murmur, which she isn't medicated for yet, which is great. But other than that, she's pretty good. I mean, she's got arthritis and everything like that. She has, of course, got dental issues. That's pretty much everything. Like, I don't really do much. I'm a bit of a homebody, especially now, of course. But yeah, I don't tend to have a lot of like hobbies except watching YouTube. That's pretty much the only real hobby that I have. My husband and I have just gone back on keto about a week ago. I think it's like 9 days ago, something like that. Really don't know why I wanted to go on keto, because I immediately realized that I hate dieting. But yeah, we decided that we wanted to go on keto again. I have been on keto, well, we've both been on keto before. Well, I used the e.l.f. I think it's just the Essentials bronzer. So we had been on keto once before, probably like 9 or 10 months ago, something like that. And I had actually lost 10 kilos on that. I was having a lot of issues losing my baby weight, and that was purely because my daughter had reflux, so again, wasn't in the right mindset and everything like that. So when she had come off medication and everything was going well with her, we had decided that we were going to go on keto. I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Paints palette, and I'm just going to go into this sort of peachy shade here. So we're going on it now, just because put on a little bit of the weight back on, not too much, but a little bit. So we're just going to go on keto for a little while until I lose that again. And of course he wants to lose weight. Our daughter is not on keto, obviously. We wouldn't put her on that. It's just my husband and I. But I was going so well until this morning. So every Thursday my daughter and I, we go out. So this morning my daughter and I had gone out, and I ended up having a strawberry sundae. It was unintentional. We hadn't gone out to get the strawberry sundaes, we'd gone to get something else, and they just happened. What am I doing? I'm just going to set my face with some of the L'Oreal Shake and Glow Illuminating setting spray. So we had gone for something else. They were, I just breathed that in. They were giving out these sundaes. And usually when we go, because we go to this place every Thursday, whenever we go there, normally there's not a lot of people, but for whatever reason, and I don't think it's just because of the strawberry sundaes, there were a lot of people there. Well, not a lot, but there were more people there than there usually is. So my daughter was getting just a little bit overwhelmed because there was a few people around, and I was sort of distracted and tending to her, and the guy just came up and gave them to us. So I'm all distracted and I'm eating the sundae, and it's delicious because the Eka isn't on this year because of COVID restrictions, of course, but they're calling them like pop-up stores, I think, so you can still get your strawberry sundaes because they're like famous at the Eka. So I am walking along, I'm eating my sundae, and talking to people because we know the people there. And then halfway through I've realized, oh crap, I shouldn't be eating this because I'm on keto. I'm just using the e.l.f. I think this is the Essentials Eye Pencil Brow Pencil in Neutral Brown. I had that sundae, and then I felt so guilty about it. And I know it's silly, but if I'm going to go hard in my diet, like if I'm really going to commit to my diet, I am going to commit to my diet. And I've been so good all week. I was so proud of myself yesterday because I didn't have anything. Our groomer, because we have a grooming salon inside of our clinic that runs out of the same clinic, our groomer had purchased a whole bunch of like caramello koalas and little fun size chocolates like that. And she had also brought in one of those tear apart loaf things. And normally I'm like in there immediately because it's free food. Why not? And I said no. I just would not touch it. I wouldn't even look at it really, but I was so proud of myself. And then I go ahead and I eat a sundae. So I was like, oh, maybe I can skip lunch, which I am not going to do because it was a mistake. Like, I'm only human. People make mistakes. I didn't do it intentionally, so I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I am, I'm going to have lunch. Oh, one thing to know about me is I suck at eyebrows. I have piddly little eyebrows anyway. They're not the best to begin with, but yeah, I'm just not very good at brows. So these won't look anything like one another by the time I'm finished here. But that's okay. What I am going to do is, this is just a clean, fluffy blender. I'm just going to use this to kind of go over the inner corner of my eyebrows. So this just kind of diffuses the color a little bit, so it's not so intense on my inner brow. Sometimes I'll do it like over my whole brow if I've really gone hard, which is more often than I care to admit, but it just makes them look a little bit more natural than just stuck on brows. What is next? Are those eyebrows good enough? I'm gonna go with a yes. This one's looking a bit jacked up, but it's all right. You've probably noticed I haven't highlighted yet. I'm probably not going to, because I've got a this setting spray is pretty dewy, and the Light Illusion foundation is meant to be luminous anyway. So I don't know, I like more of a natural glow from my base products than I necessarily do from actual highlighters. And because I have textured skin as well, I find that highlighters, they can accentuate texture, so I tend to not use them all the time. I might use my Colourpop Good as Gold eyeshadow palette. That's what it looks like in here. I don't know if that's actually focused on there. Put it in front of my head. Yeah, there we go. So there's a couple of shades in here that I've really never used, and they are, where are they? Gilded, which is this one here. So Gilded, and this one, Golden Touch. They are actually pressed glitters, which I don't really want to put on my eyeballs. I don't know why Colourpop does that, like why they put pressed glitters in their shadow palettes, like their eyeshadow palettes, because you can't use them on your immediate eye area, but they make such a good Super Shock formula. So this one here, AU Team, and this one, 24K, those ones I believe are Super Shock formulas, and they are beautiful because it's almost like a it's like a cream type formula. I'm just using State of Mind, which is this one, all over the lid, just as my like initial lay down shade. So they make such a good Super Shock formula. There's really no need to put a pressed glitter in their palettes. So I don't know, I've never understood why they've actually put that in there. It just kind of seems pointless to me, but each their own. So I am hoping that this channel will do well. I don't really have a plan for this channel, to be completely honest. Like I said earlier, this is just an outlet for me. This is a way for me to hopefully meet and talk to just other like-minded people. I'm just going to go into Trooper, which is this one here, this like mustardy sort of shade. It's really just to meet like-minded people, talk to other people who are obsessed with makeup as I am, just because I can't really get that out of my real life, which is really disappointing. I also had an idea. Now this isn't a new idea. I have seen YouTubers do it before, so I'm not claiming it as my own. But I thought it would be a good idea to do maybe like 1 week with one palette, or 3 looks or 5 looks with one palette. I just thought it would be a good idea, because I'm not a makeup artist, to show other regular people what it's like for another regular person using palettes. Like, how versatile is a palette really for somebody like me who doesn't wear eyeshadow necessarily every single day, who doesn't have a whole lot of skill when it comes to eyeshadow application. I am typically like 1 or 2 shadows on the eyelid every day, and that's pretty much it for me. Like, I will usually just do a matte all over the lid and then just a shimmer probably like on the inner half or something, and that is typically all I will do. I don't want to have to do a cut crease. I can't do a cut crease, but I don't want to have to learn and do one in order to be able to utilize a palette. Does that make any sense at all? I don't know. I thought it would be a nice idea. But let me know if you think that's a good idea. If you want to see something like that, I'm interested to know, because although it seems like a good idea in my head, it may not be. Another thing that I forgot to mention, I ordered the Raw Beauty Kristi and Pure eyeshadow palette. I'm so excited. The only other like influencer makeup item, which also happens to be a palette, was the Tati Beauty eyeshadow palette, which, by the way, I'm so intimidated by. I don't know why I'm so intimidated by that, but I am. But anyway, Raw Beauty Kristi one. I got that. I missed the initial launch, so I ended up getting it. I'm just going to take both of these and I'm going to kind of smudge them under the lid. I missed the initial launch. And I mean, the whole site crashed anyway, so I'm kind of glad that I missed the initial one anyway. So then I ended up getting the pre-order. Like, they did a relaunch, but it was a pre-order relaunch. So I ordered that. It hasn't shipped yet. I haven't got any shipping confirmation, but they've basically given themselves a month to have everything shipped out. So I'm not expecting anything anytime soon, but I don't care because I'm really excited. And when she announced her collab, I don't think I've ever been as excited for a person I don't even know. I honestly don't think I have. So would you like to see a couple of looks on that one? Like, I can do 3 looks with that palette, or I can do, I can just do a quick little review on it. I don't know. Let me know. I can do nothing if you don't really care about it. Okay, what am I going to do? I am going to put something on in the middle. I really want to use this AU team here. Right in the center. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that just glorious? So, Raw Beauty Kristi palette. I'm so excited to get it. And let me know, if you want me to do any looks with it. Because if you don't know about it, it is like a double-sided. It's actually got a neutral palette on one side, and then on the other side it's got a colorful pressed pigment palette, which I typically, I'm a neutrals girl. Because I'm a big chicken, I don't tend to use a lot of color, but I actually want to dip into that one, but we'll see. Okay, I'm just going to take a little bit of that AU team shade because I want to actually put it on my lower lash line, just like that. And then I'm just going to take like a teeny weeny brush and I'm going to go into, I might actually go into 24K, which is the other Super Shock type formula. And I'm going to just put that on the inner corner. Oh, I got a new camera as well. So if the settings are off, if it looks a bit weird if I'm not even in focus. I'm sorry. In the next like few videos, depending on how long it takes me to sort the settings out and get it to where I'm happy, each video might be slightly different, but yeah, I'm sorry if it all looks a bit weird. I'm just going to curl my eyelashes off camera and then I'll be back to apply some mascara. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've curled my eyelashes and I'm using Maybelline the Hyper Curl Mascara. If you have really sparse eyelashes and very straight eyelashes, you'll probably really like this mascara. A lot of mascaras tend to just weigh my lashes down and they will end up just going straight after about 10 minutes. Some are worse than others, of course, like all mascaras, but this one works really, really well. It is a waterproof one. If you don't like waterproof mascara, you're probably not going to like this, but I don't mind because waterproof mascara actually holds a curl, tends to hold a curl better than what regular mascara does. So that's why I will always opt for a waterproof rather than a regular one, until I find a regular one that can hold a curl as well as a waterproof one. But final thing we're going to do is lips. I'm just going to use this. What is this? This is actually a plumping lip cream, I think. It's from Sleek Makeup and it's in Colossal Coral. Yeah, this is actually quite nice. I wouldn't say it plumps because my lips don't feel or look plumper. It is a bit burny though, so it can be a little bit uncomfortable at first, but yeah, it can be not even tingly, like it is actually a bit burny when you put it on, but that'll settle after a while. I might just try this NYX Butter Gloss. This is just a little sample thing that I got. I got this in a advent calendar. It was a NYX advent calendar that I got from Cosmetic Capital. It's got like all little minis of their different types of formula. So that is pretty much all I have to talk about. This is the finished look. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today if you made it this far. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!